And I'm so curious about the way that you refer to the king. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means to you and how do we embody it? And can I embody it or do I need to be a queen? Like what, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I've been having some interesting conversations about, gender energetics recently, and a lot of women think that when I speak about this, they think I'm promoting patriarchy, which is very interesting. Because, and
Hmm.
here's why, and in their defense, right? When we look in history, the history that we have access to, right? Because of course we both know there's a lot of history that's not documented in books. A lot of it I could fill it in here actually, but
Mm,
that's a whole nother conversation. So when we look at the history books that we have now, whenever in most cases we see the concept of a king, we see a dictator, we
right.
see a tyrant, we see a selfish, the embodiment of a selfish person, right? So, because in our history books we don't see the reference point of a righteous king that leads, not dictates, that loves, not destroys, that teaches, not controls. We don't see that reference point, so we don't believe that it's possible as a human to have a king in that sense. So when I speak of king, I'm speaking of the righteous king, the king that teaches the wisdom that can be beneficial for the entire community.
Mm,
Now, in me announcing that, saying that, some people might say, "How dare you? How dare you be that arrogant to even take that position?" Well, I help a lot of people in my life. I've been helping people for 10 years. And if I'm helping people, that must mean I have wisdom. So I'm qualified to lead. If you look at my life, you don't see utter chaos.
right.
Why? Because the king is all about order. And I operate off of four different principles: love, honor, integrity, and respect. These are the principles I built everything upon, no matter what I'm doing. I'm not perfect, but I am righteous, which means if I do something out of order that causes chaos, I will go back and fix the issue and repivot, because I understand that harmony and order is godlike, right? For things to be in harmony is for things to be godlike. And for things to be godlike, you have to have understanding of God's energetic laws, not man's laws, God's energetic laws. So, to answer your question about, you know, women being the queen, yes, I see us as men, it's our responsibility to cultivate the monk and the king, and then it's responsibility for the women to cultivate the nun and the queen. Now, here's the thing: you got different layers of the king and queen, right? This is how I see it. So me, I'm out in the forefront teaching, right, as a righteous king. Um, so that's a scale. So, but every man is not meant to lead in that sense, but in their household, they can be the king and the woman can be the queen. So it can still be that dynamic, just in a different sense. So my goal is to teach the dynamics of the kingdom and queendom, and for people to incorporate it into their life in the way that it needs to be. You see what I'm saying?
I
Because
do. And thank you.
right,
Thank you for teaching that and first of all embodying it because I think if we're going to teach it we have to fully embody it, which you do
yes,
totally do.